There are a lot of beautiful places in Europe you can visit, but I will personally recommend the Republic of Ireland to you. Ireland is beautiful. There are beautiful cities and countrysides. There are beautiful tourist attraction places that you can visit. And we have cliffs, waterfalls, museums, castles. There are rivers, okay. We have caves, okay, beautiful caves that you can visit. We have castles, we have mountain areas and animal, plant, tree conservation areas that you can visit as well. I remember visiting the Republic of Ireland a couple of times whilst living in Northern Ireland. But wait, before you can visit Ireland, you need a visitor's visa. You have to get a visitor's visa to Ireland. And that is the purpose of today's video. I'm going to explain to you how to apply for the visitor's visa to Ireland, who is eligible to apply, all the financial requirements, the cost of the visa application, the duration for your visit in Ireland. What are some of the permitted activities and non-permitted activities whilst on your visit to Ireland? I'll also explain to you the medical or travel insurance needed for your visit to Ireland, and most importantly, how to do the application itself. Where do you submit your visitor's visa application documents in your home country? My name is Mordecai. I do welcome you to Nature and Lifestyle. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you are new here. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming to watch my video always. This is Nature and Lifestyle. I do videos about travel, migration, lifestyle, nature, nursing as well. So you can check the channel up and watch all our videos if it interests you. If you want to visit Ireland, you have to apply for the short stay sea tourist or visitor's visa. This visa allows you to stay in Ireland for only 90 days. Whilst in Ireland, you can do a lot of things, such as getting married to your partner in Ireland. You can visit family and friends. You can visit a lot of tourist attraction places whilst on your visit in Ireland. That is for tourism. You can also do your examination. That is for those who are registering with a professional body that have to do an examination in Ireland. You can apply for this visa, visit Ireland and do your examination. If you also have to study a short course with any educational institution in Ireland, you can apply for this visa and study that course. You can also attend a medical appointment whilst in Ireland. That is if your appointment was pre-booked before your visit, okay? You can attend a medical appointment whilst on your visit to Ireland. Now, these are the things you can't do whilst on a visit to Ireland. You can't do any paid or unpaid work, okay? You can't do any paid or unpaid work. You can't work for any company, or you can't establish your own company whilst on your visit to Ireland. You can't also access publicly funded services such as public hospitals. No, you can't do that whilst on your visit to Ireland. And there is how to go by this publicly funded service here. So example, someone will ask, what about if I'm sick? Then what do I do? I will explain what to do when you are sick on your visit to Ireland. But it is not all nationalities that require a visa to visit Ireland. There are some countries that if you are from, you don't need any visa when visiting Ireland. You just travel directly and submit your passport and you'll be allowed into the country. Let's quickly go onto the Irish government website and let me show you how to confirm if your country requires a visa to visit Ireland or if you don't need a visa to visit Ireland. So this is the Irish government website, and I will leave the link to this place in this video's description, okay? So when you come here, you just type in the name of your country. So I'm from Ghana. I will type Ghana here, and if you search Ghana here, it says yes, if you are from Ghana, you require a visitor's visa to travel to Ireland, or you require a visa to travel to Ireland if you are from Ghana. But if I search a country like South Africa, South Africa, okay? If you search a country like South Africa, which we are all in Africa, it will tell you no. If you are from South Africa, you don't require a visitor's visa whilst visiting Ireland. Now, let's go to another continent like North America. So I type in Canada, and Canada also says no, you don't require a visa to travel to Ireland if you are from Canada. Let me take another country in Asia, so India. And if you are an Indian national, you require a visitor's visa or you require a visa to travel to Ireland. So guys, I'll leave the link to this specific part of the Irish government website where you can check if you require a visa to travel to Ireland, or if you don't require a visa to travel to Ireland. You can check it for yourself. The link will be in this video's description. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to look at is the documents that you need to support your visitor's visa application. Now, the document that you need to provide is dependent on two factors. First one is who is sponsoring the visa. Are you sponsoring the visa independently, or someone in Ireland is sponsoring your visa? The second factor is the reason why you are traveling to Ireland. If you are independently sponsoring yourself for the visit to Ireland, doing everything yourself, these are the documents you have to provide. The first one is a valid traveling passport, and on the Irish government website, they have specifically stated that your current passport must be valid for at least 6 months after the date you plan to leave Ireland. This is very, very important. So if your passport is coming to expire, I would advise you to renew your passport before you apply for this visa. The second document is your proof of accommodation. You have to prove that whilst on your visit to Ireland, you have a place to stay. So your proof of accommodation, you can reserve or book an accommodation in Ireland. Then evidence of that booking, okay, you add it as your passport application document. You also need proof of finance. You also need proof of finance. Guys, the good thing is, for your visit to Ireland, there is no specific amount of money that should be in your bank account, okay? On the Irish government website, they have stated that the amount of money that you have to get in your bank account before you apply for this visa is dependent on individual circumstances. So, example, if somebody is coming to do a lot of things in Ireland during the visit, that is visit a lot of tourist attraction places, then definitely you have to get a lot of money in your bank account. But if you are just coming to do one medical exams, if you are just coming to do a short course study, if you are just coming to visit just 1 or 2 tourist attraction places, then you don't have to get a lot of money in your bank account. So just look at whatever that you are coming to do in Ireland, calculate your expenses and save that money in your bank account. Also on the course, if you are applying for the single entry short stay C visitors visa to Ireland, it's currently €60. But if you are applying for the multiple entry short stay C visitors visa to Ireland, then it is €100 currently. Now, for the single entry, it means that after your 90 days, if you return to your home country, if you want to return back to Ireland, then you have to apply for another visitor's visa. For the multiple entry, it means after your 90 days of visit, if you return to your home country, if you want to return back to Ireland, then you don't need a new visitor's visa. That is for the multiple entry short stay C visitor's visa to Ireland. Now, also with the cost, you have to also take into consideration the cost of your medical or travel insurance. Now, medical or travel insurance is very good here because you are not allowed to access public hospitals during your visit. So you have to get this travel insurance so that in case of emergency, you can get something to fall on. With the travel insurance, currently it ranges between €3 to €10. The cost of your travel insurance, okay, will be dependent on the country that you are traveling from, the specific place in Ireland you are traveling to. If you have any disability, if you have any chronic illness, it also affect the cost, okay? And if you're coming to do a lot of things in Ireland, it may also affect the cost as well. So the cost is 3 to 10 euros per week. 3 to 10 euros per week. So you calculate this, then you add it to your cost as well. You also need to write an application letter, and if you are sponsoring yourself independently, in your application letter you have to add the date you are planning to visit Ireland, the date you are planning to leave Ireland, the tourist attraction places you want to visit in Ireland, and add the specific date to that, okay? You also add your contact details, okay, information about yourself in your application letter, where you'll be staying whilst in Ireland. And where you'll be staying, just be careful, because you may visit about 5 tourist attraction places which may be in different parts of the country, okay? They expect that each tourist attraction place that you wish to visit, you have to tell them where you'll be staying whilst on your visit to that specific tourist attraction place. This is very important. You also need holiday or vacation plan, and this is similar to what I said that you should write in your application letter. So you can write an extensive application letter for it to cover your vacation or holiday plan. So here you can also add the monies that you'll be spending, okay, at all these places, and the accommodation is also very important. Then if you are coming to Ireland for the purpose of study, then you have to add the name of the institution you are going to study with, the course you are going to study, the length, okay, of the study period. You have to write all these details, and they may clarify that with that institution. But if you are coming to Ireland for the purpose of study, it means that you have pre-book your study, okay, with that institution. So as part of your document, you have to add that letter that shows that you have reserved a place for your study in that institution as well. And of course, if you are coming to Ireland for the purpose of marriage or for medical appointment, then you have to add the relevant document to this, okay? You add the relevant document to this. So for the medical appointment, you add appointment letter, the name of the hospital, the contact details of the hospital that you're coming to do the medical appointment with, the name of the doctor. You can add all these details. It will help your visa to be approved. So these are documents that you need to submit for your visa application if you are independently applying for the visa yourself. In addition to the document, you also need 2 passport size photographs. You need a police clearance certificate from your home country, okay? A police clearance certificate from your home country. That is if you are sponsoring yourself for your visit. This is very important. In addition to the document you have to provide, you also have to prove that you will return to your home country. You have to prove that you return to your home country. There are several ways that you prove your obligation to return home. The first one is through work, okay? So your workplace, they can, write a letter on the official letterhead of the company that you work with that, yes, indeed, you are working there. You are probably on annual leave and you want to visit Ireland. They will state which department you work and how long you've been working there. You can write all those details to prove that you will return back to your home country. You can also prove obligation to return through education and study. So if you're a student and you are still studying, your school can write a letter on the school's official letterhead, and the letter can be written by the head of your department or the head of your educational institution. They would have to state the course you are studying, how many years you've been a student there, how many years or terms are left for you to complete your education. And it will also be better if you are on vacation, that's why you are traveling to Ireland. Then another one is family. if you are able to prove to the Irish immigration officers that yes, I have a family, I have a husband or a wife, I have kids, so I'm just visiting Ireland, I'll return back to my home country after the 90 days and take care of them. So this is a very good way of proving your obligation to return. The last one is by use of property, okay? So if you rent an apartment, let's say you've rented an apartment for a year, you can submit your rent agreement to show that I have an apartment that I'm renting, I'm just visiting Ireland, I'll return back to my home country, to stay in my apartment after my visit. Or if you have a building of your own, then you can show evidence of that as well. So you proving ties or you proving obligation to return is very, very important if you want your visa to be approved. Okay, now I did speak about 2 passport size photographs. Now with regards to that, there are some specifications of the photographs that you have to get if you are using it for the purpose of travel to Ireland. And with this, I will leave a link in this video description that you can check for yourself. If you are taking a passport photograph to apply for an Irish visa, there are some specific things that you have to get with that photograph. You can check it on the website yourself. Okay, then lastly, if you've been refused a visa to any other country, you have to add that visa refusing letter. Okay, you have to add that visa refusal letter. So this information that I've told you now is when you are independently applying for the visa yourself. If somebody in Ireland is sponsoring your visa to Ireland, then the person in Ireland has to provide these documents to you so that you use it to apply for your visitor's visa. First of all, the person has to prove that he or she is legally staying in Ireland. So the person's passport, the person's Ireland residence permit or green card permit, okay? The person has to provide a copy of that. If the person is an Irish national, then the person has to also provide a copy of that specific part in the passport that shows that he or she is an Irish national. You need this for your visa application. Then the proof of accommodation, because the person is sponsoring you, the proof of accommodation is a responsibility of your sponsor in Ireland. So the rent agreement or the mortgage agreement, the person has to provide a copy of that for your visa application. Then proof of finance, okay? The person has to provide bank statements that shows that he or she has money to take care of you whilst on a visit. The person has to provide pay slip that shows that he or she is earning some money. Then preferably the person can also add a letter from his or her employer to show that he or she is duly employed in Ireland and therefore can take care of you during your visit. Then proof of ties, okay, proof of ties. So if the person is your friend, how does the person know you? Okay, the person has to write a letter to state how he or she knows you, how long, when you are visiting Ireland, when you be leaving Ireland. Okay, so a letter that shows that the persons know you, and your visiting date is also very important. If the person is your family, then you do the same thing. Also, with a proof of ties or proof of relationship too, you can add photographs, you can add social media messaging. If you guys have sent yourself some letters, money transfer, you can add evidence of this to show that whoever that you're going to visit is not just a stranger, but it is somebody that you really know in Ireland. Okay, so if you have all these documents, if the person gives you all these documents, you add your traveling passport, you add your 2 passport size photographs, you add your police clearance certificate, then you apply for your Irish visa. That is your Irish visitor's visa. Now, how to do the visa application itself. So with regards to the visa application, the person who is traveling to Ireland, so you that is visiting Ireland, you have to do the visa application in your home country, not your sponsor who is in Ireland. No. So you in overseas country who want to visit Ireland have to do the visa application. The application, the first part is done online. So after you complete your visa application online, you print the visa application summary form, you sign on it. Then you add the summary form. When you pay your visa application fee, they will give you a receipt. You add the summary form to your visa application fee payment receipt. Okay, you add all these to the document that I spoke about now. You submit this document to the Irish Immigration Office in your home country. In some countries, it is VFS Global. In some countries, it says TLS Contact Service. Okay, TLS Contact Service. So depending on the country where you are, you submit your visa application document. If you have a child who is below 18 years, that child is not eligible to apply for the visa for him or herself. You have to assist the child. You have to actually apply for the visa on behalf of the child. Now, when you submit your visa document, there are some documents they will just scan them and give them back to you. There are other documents they will keep it and return them back to you when your visa decision is done. They will also take your biometric details when you submit your visa document at the Ireland Immigration Office in your home country. When you submit your visa documents, you wait for about 8 weeks, okay? For about 8 weeks for your visa decision to be made. This is why it's advisable that when visiting Ireland, you submit your visa application 3 months before the date you plan to visit Ireland. Submit your visa application 3 months before the date you plan to visit Ireland. Guys, this is very, very important. Let me also add that your visa can be given to you, but when you get to the airport in Ireland, you can be denied entry and you will be, returned back to your home country. Ireland is beautiful, but when it comes to their immigration, it can get a bit complicated. So guys, this is how to apply for Irish visitors visa. I wish you good luck on your visa application. If you have any question, okay, you can ask the question in this video's comment section. We have a vibrant Telegram page, and I'll leave the link to our Telegram page in this video comment section. You can, or in this video description, you can check it for yourself. Kindly subscribe, kindly like, and kindly share this video. My name is Mordecai. This has been a nature and lifestyle channel. Thank you very much for watching today's video. See you another time with another super interesting video.